Serenity Funeral Home. We are a family-owned and operated funeral home where we offer complete personalized funeral services, leading our community in funeral and cremation services. Make an appointment for your pre-need and at-need arrangements by calling us at 702-647-0123. Once again, that number is 702-647-0123. Serenity Funeral Home, caring for your loved ones as if they're our own.
Chico Sticks, Pickles, Jolly Ranchers, Mary Jane's, Pop Rocks, Lemon Heads. Should I go on? Bitter Honey, Freeze Cups, Candy Cigarettes. Listen, how about you make your way down to the modern-day Candy Lady and see all of this and more? Satisfy that sweet tooth Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Sight and Sound Candy and more. Follow us on IG at Sight and Sound Candy and on Facebook at Sight and Sound Candy. We are located at 1000 North Martin Luther King on the corner of Washington and MLK. Give us a call, 702-648-4444. Again, that number, 702-648-4444. Thank you.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Yo, good afternoon. Another episode, man. Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk, man. I'm your host, Goose Thomas, man. I got Bill Blockham Logan in the building. What's good with you,
Yes,
OG?
sir. I'm good.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful Saturday, man. Nice and it's not cold, just cool outside. The sun's shining bright, man. It's a nice spring
Can't ask
day.
for no better,
you
no
really,
better
you
weather.
really can't. Not at this time.
Because it's about to crank up here in
Yeah, man.
a month or two.
Yeah, that that sun gonna be cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we appreciate everybody chiming in, man, on the live feed. Download the Gorilla Cross app to your phone or tablet and get your guys, man. Every Saturday, 2 p.m. right here on Gorilla Cross Radio, man. Shout out to Quan 59 on the boards. Shout out Dre Bailey. Shout out Sherm. Dre Bailey is celebrating his daughter, Miss Cookie, turning 21 years old, man. God bless her, man. Happy birthday, Cook.
Happy birthday.
If I don't sound like myself this morning, I had to bury my best friend this morning, man. Rest peacefully, Mervyn A. Robinson, better known to us here as Swerve. I really considered him my best friend, man. And we talk about all the time about mental health and the rigors of mental health, and especially us as black men. We think that talking about it makes us weak. We think that admitting that you have a problem is a sign of weakness. I actually believe it's a sign of strength. If you believe and know that you have something going on within you, you should want to talk about it. And I didn't, when I got up and spoke at the funeral today, I didn't want to bring up, bad stuff. Because every memory I have of Merv was fun. It was great. So, but we gotta learn to talk about it as men, bro. Especially as black men, we gotta learn to talk about it, bro. So, I don't want to be on the somber soapbox, man, because we got a lot to get into, man. But rest in heaven, man. Merv Robinson.
Yeah, I went to school with his dad.
Yeah, man. Big Merv. Pee-wee is what they called him, man. Yes, indeed.
Hell of a
man.
baseball player.
Yes, absolutely.
Like I said, I didn't know that was his dad until one day he was working on he was doing some misdemeanor work for the city of Las Vegas downtown. And we got to talking and, started talking about his dad. Because I told him I went to Western. He was like, my dad went to Western. And I was like, what's your dad's name? He said, Merv. I said, you got to be kidding me. That's your pops? He said, yeah. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Pee Wee Fats,
Yeah.
they sister Michelle.
Yep.
So I knew them well.
Absolutely,
You know.
man. Salute to his mother, man, Miss Tina. I remember when she taught him how to drive a stick. I was in the back seat, bro. In that purple Mazda, bro. Scared for my life, bro. I remember that day, man. Again, man, great times, man. Anybody that grew up here in Vegas, man, no Merv was a hell of a ball player, bro. Somebody got up and spoke and said that he was the first Allen Iverson. He was our Allen Iverson. And as a kid, being able to handle the basketball the way he did, him and my guy Eddie Shelby, man, I look at those dudes forever as two of the most supreme ball handlers I've ever played alongside. And I know we had guys come before them, and there's been some guys after, but as far as
can't
guys,
speak on them,
I can't speak on them. I didn't see, but as far as guys I played alongside, those were the best two, man. No question about it, man. So we got a lot to get into today, man. Football free agency has gone insane. It's crazy. We're gonna have to pull up some of these new signings and places people going and cuts and all of that good stuff. It's some stuff we remember off the top of our heads, of course, but we got NBA and the World Baseball Classic, man, is getting heated up here, man. The semis, the knockout round is happening in Miami, Florida right now. So got a lot to get into, man. So let's talk about some NFL, Bill. Let's start right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, man. Why not? Jimmy Garoppolo comes to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Good pickup.
On a 3-year, I want to say $67 million deal. My question is, do you think it was, I'm talking about Derek Carr leaving, do you think it was just a matter of him and Josh McDaniels not getting along? Or could it be the ship had just sailed and maybe new scenery was needed? Or it could be a host of other things. But those are the two things that I have in my mind.
Well, the way they sat him down for those last few games says there was something. Was it serious? Probably not.
Right.
It probably could have been just, I think it's time to move on.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and give Jarrett Stidham some time.
Right.
And we'll let you go,
Right.
and find another team.
Sure.
So I don't think it was nothing real serious. Just the ship set pass. Obviously, there was maybe some disappointment in Josh McDaniels in his play.
Right.
And looking to move on. Really, he didn't get a bad deal in his new team, and neither did Jimmy. So
Right.
New scenery, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. Jimmy Garoppolo definitely got a fair shake in this one, man. Like I said, 3-year, roughly $67 million, I think it is, with 23 or 24 million dollars given at signing. I'm looking at these two guys as like the same dude, though. Like, I'm not sure what Jimmy Garoppolo does better than Carr and vice versa. Like, I can't really think of too many differences between them.
I think with Jimmy, you have somebody who's not as careless with the pill.
Mm-hmm.
With his mid-range game.
Sure.
You know,
Okay.
He's not going to force the ball downfield too much, you know.
Not too much, but he's known for doing it at inopportune times.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the bad rap that Jimmy gets. Now, from 20 to 20, 20-yard line to 20-yard line, he can cook a little bit. Jimmy can cook.
Yeah.
I think it's when you get down to those goal line situations, he tends to force the ball. Kind of like, do you remember when Jay Cutler was in Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
And he had Brandon Marshall there, but there was another young dude there by the name of Alshon Jeffrey. Y'all remember that dude? Alshon Jeffrey was pretty damn good. But anytime they got down in those goal line situations, he would always try to force the ball to Brandon Marshall, and it would get him in trouble every single time. Or to Brandon Marshall. And you got Alshon Jeffrey just chilling, hey, I'm over here, I can catch the ball too, type of deal. And I think that's the rap that Jimmy G faces, in this situation. Now, like you said, with him being he takes care of the football.
Mm-hmm.
He does. From 20 to 20. I can't say nothing about him. But when he gets down on those goal line situations, and him coming into this run game with Josh Jacobs, who just led the league in rushing, I mean, he has that safety net now in his head, knowing he just came from a similar situation in San Francisco where you had a top-notch run game pretty much every year you were there. Does he decide, hey, man, I don't need to force the football because I got dudes that can make plays.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that may be an issue right now. I'm not saying it's an issue going forward. Yeah. And I don't know how the hell they did. That's a whole nother issue for me.
They got to be looking for another tight end
ASAP.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
ASAP.
one of these young guys coming out.
Yeah, and I was thinking personally, man, maybe I know they got the 7th pick in the first round. Do they trade back to try to get a few more assets? Because what a joy it would be to see the Vegas kid Darnell Washington in a Raider uniform.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that would be smart to trade and get some, get some other picks.
Exactly.
You don't have to stay at 7.
I don't see where they can go. Offensive line, maybe. I mean, I can see them. They need O-line play. Maybe another guard, another tackle. So if they want to do that with the 7th pick, I'd have no issues with it at all if that's what they want to do. But they need a tight end now. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
I think the Darren Waller thing, he got paid and then didn't play much. Mm-hmm. And I think that frustrating the Raiders. I'm not sure, but that's the only thing I could think of why they would trade him. And then there was rumors that he was asking to be traded.
Ah, got you.
Which I'm not sure why, because you just got married, your wife's out here, but maybe long distance relationships are better for you. Right. But I think that because we saw him in more Aces games last year than Raider games.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
no question about it.
You get paid, and then the hamstring kept acting up, and there was times when I think they thought that you're acting more hurt than you are.
Sure.
And if this was a contract year, you'd probably be playing right now.
Sure.
And so I think teams kind of look at that and then look at the money they have invested in that.
Yeah.
And is that enough? Are we paying this dude too much to play 8 games a season?
Got you. And that's fair. That's a fair assessment. And we understand that the game of football is brutal.
Like nobody was willing to give up a 2nd pick for him? Was that the only deal you had?
They got a 3rd round pick.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to a team that I think is trending upward. I mean, I've never liked Daniel Jones. I've been vocal about that. I watched him play at Duke. He did not wow me at all. Nothing about him.
And Giant fans are saying that they already have a good tight end, so they weren't even hyped up about this trade.
Yeah, I don't know where that.
They got that young dude. I can't remember his name.
That's the Jets. I'm thinking because they got 2 good tight ends for the Jets. I gotta look that up to see exactly who that is. But Like I said, I've never been in love with Daniel Jones at all, but the weaponry that he has around him now can serve as a decent safety blanket for him and make him look far better than what he actually is. Now, to your point, Quan, about him staying healthy, and you mentioned it as well, that's a totally different thing. Maybe he was acting more hurt than he really was to say, you know what? It's time to move on. We don't know.
That could be frustrating because
Yes.
you don't have one of your best players out there on the field with you every week.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Right.
And like you said, it's a hamstring, soft tissue injury.
Yeah.
You've been out for a while. Now, is it getting worse? Is it progressing where you can come out here and help us? What? Because at the end of the day, you're really not helping us.
Yeah.
And, I can see the reason why they probably did let him go,
Yeah. So, I mean, that's it's going to be an ongoing conversation, especially coming into this season here in Vegas, and how Jimmy Garoppolo can work through that is going to be a conversation as well. So, I'm actually excited to see it. To be honest with you, yeah. I'm gonna be at some of those games, man. I'm excited to see it. So, we'll see.
And I have a question for Raider fans. You guys were so frustrated with Derek Carr and wanted him gone so bad.
Yeah.
Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
Because this guy might frustrate you the same exact way, if not more.
Yeah. It could possibly be that way.
And I wanted to see him do good. I hope he flourishes out here.
No question, bro. But, I know. We talk, man, and I throw my little shots. It seems like I really want Jimmy to do well, bro. But I've watched him long enough to know that he will piss you off and disappoint you when you want him to do the best, most.
And he's not in the 49er system anymore. That's protected him a lot.
He's not.
They made him look better than I think he is.
A ton better. And I think when 49er fans were saying that, and people that, don't watch as much 49er football were kind of, pushing back, I'm like, dude, just wait and see. Like just wait. That's all I'll ask you. Just wait.
I mean, but, in his defense, you've seen his game.
Yes, no question.
He's not a deep ball thrower.
Right.
He's an intermediate pass guy, which he's good at.
Yeah.
Good accuracy, boom,
Absolutely.
boom, 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 boom.
No question.
That's his game.
Yeah. It's when he pushes himself out of he pushes his self out of his own game sometimes. And it gets him in trouble.
Sometimes that is taking wrong reads. We witnessed it, as a Dallas Cowboy fan, we witnessed it last year with Dak.
Right.
He made some uncharacteristic throws last year that wasn't really a part of his makeup.
It's not him. Right.
During the 6 years of his career.
Right.
He protected the football, to a certain degree. Last year, he just got to this point to where he was throwing, but in his defense too, a lot of those times that he threw interceptions in those games, the Cowboys won.
Right. Right.
Right. So, with Jimmy G, we already know his game. Is that how Josh McDaniels going to formulate the offense around him?
Right.
And you got a good running back.
Sure.
So with the intermediate passing, because if you look at Tom Brady's career, that's what his career was.
He's never really had a run game per se. They've used their running backs. Any system he's been in with New England and on the Tampa Bay, they've done the exact same thing for him. They've used those running backs as an extension of the run game with arrow routes and short wheel routes, getting those backs matched up with linebackers and being able to win those battles.
Yeah.
That they've done that for Tom Brady for 20 years.
And Jimmy G's never had Devontae Adams.
Right.
So I'm interested to see that with
that's why I'm interested
great wide
to see
receiver.
It. Absolutely.
And they got the other dude from New England.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Myers.
Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, that was a great pickup.
Yeah, excellent pickup. So I don't know what they're going to do with Hunter Renfrow. I'm not sure what's going on. Does he stay? Does he go? I'm not sure. But if they were to keep all three, if Hunter Renfrow were to come back, that'd be great.
Well, I would think you would keep him, Hunter Renfrow, because that is your, so to speak, Wes Welker.
Yeah.
To get you something when that's not open down the field, just to protect. So you don't. So you're not throwing just throwing downfield just to throw downfield to appease fans and whatever. Sometimes you got to throw the short routes. To sometimes set up those routes and just move the chains.
Sure.
And it's obvious they're trying to just rebuild the New England system.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they brought in a lot of New England people.
Absolutely. So let's kind of go down the list here, man. With notable free agents that signed with other squads, man. I'm looking at the Atlanta Falcons. They get Jonnu Smith and Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates being one of the best safeties in the league. They got him from Cincinnati. He comes over to Atlanta for a big bag. I think he got $60+ million in his deal. Let's see who we got. Who else we got here, man? I'm kind of going off Pro Football Focus here, but let's see. The Arizona Cardinals, Kazir White is added to their fold, as well as Corey Clement. I don't think a lot of people really paid attention to Corey Clement with his time in Philly, man. He's a really, really good running back, bro. So he definitely helps.
Think they're going to trade DeAndre Hopkins? Because there's a lot of rumors.
That is a huge question.
And there's some Cowboy rumors, Bill.
That would be big. That would be gigantic.
I've heard those rumors too. Until it happens.
Yeah, you gotta.
I mean, they worked out Odell Beckham Jr. too. So, and then they're talking about taking the receiver. That's one of the little draft mock drafts. They're saying they're going to take the Johnston kid from TCU. Big, tall wide receiver who can run.
He's good.
So I mean,
this is going to be an interesting draft because there are a lot of guys, like you said, that are in rumors, in talks, and it could be a lot of movement in that first round, bro. This might be the least amount of first round picks that we see actually get made. It's gonna be all of these picks gonna get moved, man. It's gonna be crazy, man. So it's gonna be real interesting to see, man. Carolina Panthers, man. Andy Dalton and Miles Sanders go to Carolina. I didn't see that Miles Sanders thing happen.
Yeah.
At all. But it aids them tremendously in a run game because it was lackluster to say.
Andy Dalton are number one?
That's a good question. At right now, I would say he is. Right now, as we speak. So, I mean, we don't know. They got a lot, right? Bro. They got to. They have to.
Yeah, they will be drafting a quarterback.
They have to draft a quarterback. I don't see it any other way. And I like the kid from Florida in that Panther system. I like him. He got attitude. He got a live arm. He can make all the throws. I like that kid. And a sleeper is the kid from Kentucky. Not picking up his name right now, but that's another guy that I like in that Panther system as well, man. So Panthers doing some big things, man. The Bears, man, they get Dante Foreman, Tremaine Edmonds from Buffalo. Huge signing right there, man, at linebacker. Of course, with the trade with Carolina, they get a ton of picks. See, they got the 9th overall because they were in one, and then they traded back to the 9th where Carolina was, and then they end up getting a second rounder, another first rounder in 2024, and another second round in 2025, and they added DJ Moore to get a young fella some help on the outside because Darnell Mooney wasn't getting it done.
Yeah,
and I raved about Darnell Mooney before the last season started. I was like, he's underrated was the exact words that I used. look out for Darnell Mooney.
I think a
And
lot
it
of
just
teams
ain't been
was
enough.
taking him away because he was
their guy. Yeah, he's their only guy. So now with DJ Moore coming over, it should help out Darnell Mooney tremendously, bro. So we'll see. We'll see with them, man. Cincinnati ends up signing Orlando Brown, which is huge. I'm not certain why the Chiefs wouldn't sign him. He's one of the best tackles in the league, and I get it. Totally understand. Wow. Because they end up restructuring Pat's deal. So I'm thinking, okay, they might want to keep their best offensive lineman. Like he's like their best offensive player outside of Patrick Mahomes.
That's huge for the Bengals, though.
It's gigantic because they needed it. They needed it. They needed it bad.
And the fact they would let him go knowing a team like that would probably want to
Come on,
sign him,
man.
which that's the team you're going to be going after.
Yes, you're
every
gonna be
year
playing
after
against
year for the
them.
next 5-6 years.
You're going to be playing against the AFC titles. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I'd have had to sit him at the table, man. We'd have had to figure that out.
Yeah, that's something you just sign him so no one else can get him.
Yeah,
So a
exactly.
rival can't get him.
Exactly.
If you don't want him for whatever reason, you
Exactly.
still sign
You
him.
still sign him. Yeah, that'd have been tough, man. I wouldn't have been able to do that. But hey, these teams and these owners, bro, they've been doing it for a long time, and they obviously know more about football than I do.
No, they
Otherwise, I
don't. No, they don't, because at the end of the day, it's only one team is going to win it
That's
all.
gonna win it all,
And
yep.
some of these teams that's making these, nice
Splashes.
moves,
Yeah,
they're going to be disappointing.
yeah. And
I booked that. I'll book that.
yeah,
Book it, Bill.
Book it.
book it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Straight
We
up.
see it
man.
every year.
Yeah, we do.
You know?
Absolutely. No question about it. On to your Dallas Cowboys, Bill, man. How big do you think that Stephon Gilmore pickup is?
It's pretty big. You know, you get a an experienced defensive player of the year alongside, Trayvon Diggs. Maybe he can teach him.
Look,
Trayvon needs to learn how to tackle, bro.
yeah, but to your point though, he will teach Trayvon, but I think Trayvon now, because this past season I noticed his cover skills get much better. You saw his interceptions and what he was able to do last year, being that aggressive jump on route corner, but you also saw him give up 1,100 yards on the season as well.
Yeah.
But now I think having a vet like that, and like you said, a former defensive player of the year in that locker room, in that room with him, he's gonna get taught how to cover for real.
Yeah.
And I think that could be dangerous. Bro.
Yeah.
For a big defensive back like he is, man, I think that could be truly dangerous,
Yeah.
bro. I really do, man.
So I like it, and Stephon Gilmore still has a lot of games.
Sure.
Yeah.
No question about it. No doubt about it, man. Denver Broncos, man. We were talking about Jarrett Stidham earlier. He goes over there on I want to say it was a 1-year, $8 million deal. I think it was. So that's a good backup for them. An underrated pickup. Samaje Perine goes to the. I think that is an underrated pickup, and nobody's saying a word about it. I really, truly do. Now, will Russell totally erase last year out of his brain? We'll see. I hope he does. He's a consummate pro. He should.
He has a
But-
great coach, too.
Some people
Exactly.
That coach was trash.
Yeah, the
Some
coaching was
people-
trash. It really was.
Some
It really
people
was.
seem to think that Sierra's dress gonna have it,
No,
and I'm like, man, will y'all stop?
no, cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
He was perfectly fine with
He
it.
was just fine. Please, guys, please.
And he was the only one that got to have the pleasure of seeing that dress come off
Yes.
that
Yes,
night.
Yes. Yes.
So
Let that man live.
can it? All of yous.
quit speculating and starting rumors, talking about Sierra is going to start doing entanglements and all that stuff. Man, will
cut
y'all
it out.
stop?
Stay out of folk business, man. That's the worst, bro. That's the worst. The Detroit Lions did some work.
Yeah.
David Montgomery goes over in the same division. I don't know how that happened. They end up getting Emmanuel Mosley from us, bro. Coming off that knee injury, that's going to be huge. Huge
that last part
for
again,
Detroit.
though.
Yeah. It was
Coming
bad
off that
knee injury.
injury.
It was a torn ACL. It was bad, but when we don't know how those ACLs act. We just don't know. Even with technology, we just don't know.
But for
But
corners
he's a
and
hell of a
safeties-
football player,
corners
though.
and safeties, they
Yeah.
never seem to come back right.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't like super mad about losing.
Right. Yeah. It when I saw it, I was like, ugh. But I'm like, you know what? I'm happy for the dude. It's something that Lynch and Shanahan talking about that they ain't bringing back is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey man, I'm gonna cheer for him because the dude he's a ball player, bro.
Yeah.
I love him. So I think that could be, it can be big for them depending on how the knee acts coming off of that. The Green Bay Packers did absolutely nothing. Really don't even want to talk about them.
They're making a trade soon.
They should be making a trade soon. That should be
It
happening.
better be.
You know who went in? Them Houston Texans, bro.
Yeah.
They went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, sad to see Jimmy Ward go, but he's in a system now with a coach that he's used to, that's defensive minded, and that's going to put him in the best spots to succeed.
And I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
The guys on that defense last year,
Yeah.
and for Houston,
Mm-hmm.
them dudes was flying around.
Sure.
Without
It just-
D'Amico Ryans, and now he's coming in. I mean,
They're gonna be fun to watch.
They're going to be fun to watch, bro.
Their defense
I
is
feel
They
like
are.
they're gonna be
nice
the
to watch.
Lions of last year.
Yeah, that could.
Yeah.
They're gonna be in every ball game. Like they just not gonna get blown out of the water. I don't think they got blown out of the water too much this past year. They just couldn't win football games. It was
No.
really that simple. They played a good 50 minutes, and then it was all downhill from there.
And I mean,
Yeah, like
when
that
they,
Cowboy game, they
and
just
they-
couldn't win
They
it.
just couldn't
when
win
they
it.
had the
Yeah.
game in hand.
that Cowboy game,
Yeah.
they were tackling and
Yes.
I'm hitting,
Yes.
and I'm like,
Inflicting pain. Yes.
whoa,
Yes, bro.
these dudes are serious out here on defense.
Yeah.
So I like what they did.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
They went absolutely ham. Robert Woods, they get Shaq Mason via trade from the Bucks. Hassan Ridgeway from us. They ended up getting Hassan Ridgeway. Sheldon Rankins, which I think is an underrated pickup for them. They looking up. The Houston Texans are looking up, man. And in that division, which is a crapshoot pretty much every single year with the AFC South, you just don't know.
Yeah.
And with the Titans, in my opinion, trending down, they have every chance in the world to be right there with the Jacksonville Jaguars to win that division. Every chance in the world. So that's going to be interesting to see as well. The Colts get Gardner Minshew and Tavon Bryan in free agency. Not a whole lot to shake with them. Speaking of Jacksonville, they get CJ Beathard and Andrew Wingert, safety. Kansas City Chiefs, Jawan Taylor, I guess to fill Brown's shoes. Not sure how well that's gonna bode. Like, bro, Orlando Brady's one of the best tackles in the league, bro. You just can't replace that, G. You can't. I am still confused by that. You allow this man to sign with the team that you're gonna be battling against for the next at least 5 years.
I mean,
That's wild.
The Walrus must know something.
Yeah.
So he might be going offensive tackle first round.
I mean, and we all said that about Tyreek.
Yeah.
Oh, they just got worse. There ain't no way they're winning.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not even trying to win anymore.
But with offensive linemen,
It's a
though,
big difference.
that's
It's a big difference.
That is gigantic, bro. Lineman, you just can't.
That's your quarterback's protector.
Come on, man. If you a receiver, I ain't gonna say you could just put anybody out there to catch, but if your offensive line can't protect, I don't give a damn who you got out there to catch. They not gonna catch. They're not gonna catch passes. It's really that simple, man. So, Las Vegas Raiders, of course, we just talked about Jimmy Garoppolo, Jacoby Myers going over there. Marcus Epps, I think, is a huge pickup for them from Philly. They get Amir Abdullah as well to add to that backfield, and they did get some O-line help bringing Brandon Parker in there. So definitely gonna be fun to see them. The Chargers bring in Eric Kendricks from Minnesota. I think that's a big pickup. I think because he ended up getting cut, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Vikings end up cutting him, and the Chargers end up picking him up. So that's a good pickup for them, man. I mean, we can go, pretty much on and on here. What are some free agent pickups that kind of stood out to you, or did you have any that really stood out to you?
No, not really.
Yeah.
It was some, to me, Zeke's cut.
Yeah,
when they cut
definitely
Zeke,
want to talk about Zeke.
I know he's lost a little bit.
Yeah.
But I kind of liked the 2-back system with him and Pollard.
Yeah.
So now what are the Cowboys going to do? I know you got Malik Davis. He came in certain spots and actually played well.
Yeah.
But are you going to depend on him a lot now? Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
You still got the linebacker from
Van Der Esch.
No, not him.
I thought, okay.
Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner.
You still got Bobby Wagner not signed.
Yeah.
You know, you still got Kareem Hunt not signed.
Yeah. That might be what.
And I was advocating for him when they was talking about letting Zeke go.
I remember that.
And you don't have to give him a lot of money.
No.
He's the same age as Zeke. He's 27.
$5 million a year, he'll take it.
He's 27.
Yeah.
He actually don't have a lot of mileage on his body because he shared carries last year with Nick Chubb.
Yep.
He still can play.
Yep.
He's a dual threat out of the backfield.
Very explosive and powerful, bro.
So, I mean, because we don't know how Pollard's going to come back after that broken ankle.
Yeah.
How long is it going to take for him to come back?
Sure.
So what are you going to do at the running back position?
Sure.
Malik Davis? Are you going to – I don't know.
Yeah. I would like to see Kareem Hunt in that system. I think it'll be right for him.
Yeah.
In that system.
Now on the
with
defensive
Tony
end, the Cowboys have made some good pickups.
Mm-hmm.
And re-signed.
Yeah.
So they're trying to keep the defense, intact.
Sure.
I didn't too much really agree with the Van Der Esch re-signing.
Got him for cheap. It was
Yeah.
cheap. I think he's gonna be make $5-6 million. I mean, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
For a starter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
every down linebacker. I mean, that's cheap.
Yeah. We'll see.
I mean, and he was decent. He
was
wasn't
decent
terrible.
last year. He was
Yeah.
decent last year.
Yeah, he was decent.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's definitely.
and we still
want to.
we're still waiting to see what's going to happen with Odell. Who's going to sign him?
Right.
What's going to happen with the D-Hop thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I don't know. I don't think he wants to stay in Arizona now.
No,
I think he wants out.
Not after that.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No way. No way. The New England Patriots, low key, did some work. Juju Smith-Schuster goes. James Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Big pickup. Big pickup for them. Mike Gesicki from Miami. Big pickup.
Mm-hmm.
New England they trying to turn some things around.
Yeah.
They said, no, we not gonna be on this bottom forever. We not gonna be down here with the guppies. Y'all not gonna do us like that. And I don't think Mike Gesicki, and this is my honest opinion, I don't think he was used correctly in Miami, bro.
And I was talking to
I really don't.
I was talking to Berto about that because Miami is his team.
Shout out Berto, man. Shout out Jesse James, man.
And he was saying
Dolphin
that the reason why he didn't get a lot of targets last year because of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
I get it.
And the other wide receiver that kind of made a splash a little bit.
He took our top off.
Yeah,
for 75. First play of the game.
First play of the game.
I'm like, what? The Satterfield is his name?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right from the slot, just got that thing. I said, this can't be it.
So to your point, I don't think he was used correctly.
Yeah.
because his targets went down
Way
half
down. It's crazy.
from what it was 2 years ago.
He's a monster, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Gesicki's a beast, bro. There's no way he should be underused, bro. No way at all. So
Half the targets?
half. No.
Yeah, that makes you look like you're not doing, you're not getting open. But I understand you got to get the ball to Jalen. You got to get the ball to
course.
Tyreek,
Of course.
and the other kid too. But dude, that's your
safety net.
that's
G.
your
You got to have that,
seam
yeah.
guy. That's your middle.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
a lot of times that would have probably helped Tua out a
Sure.
lot more than
Sure.
trying to
Yeah.
force the ball down,
I agree.
to them guys.
I agree.
So,
Fully. I do.
you know.
I do. And they also get Jabril Peppers in free agency as well, man. The New Orleans Saints, of course, we just talked about Derek Carr. Another underrated pickup for them, man. They get Jamal Williams, man, who led the league in touchdowns last year from the Lions, bro.
Mhm.
Huge. Him and Alvin Kamara.
If Alvin,
with
don't get that
the- with the-
12
with the
games,
pending-
I
with
think
the pending.
I think he's gonna get that 12 games.
Yeah, that would suck. That would suck. But I mean, looking at it at face value,
Because we see that. You did that, bro.
yeah, you did that.
You did that
You
in the
did that.
hallway.
We
bro.
seen you.
Yeah, we saw
We
what
seen
you
you.
did, bro. That
You
was-
and your comrades.
Yeah,
we saw
y'all.
it, bro.
y'all with Goodfellas.
Yeah.
in the bar. On,
Ain't
on
no clocks in Vegas, but it's a whole lot of cameras, bro. Ain't no clocks out there, but it's a ton of cameras, man. We got more cameras than any city, metropolitan city, probably in the country. There's more cameras here than anywhere.
Yeah,
So yeah, you're gonna be on camera everywhere, man.
yeah.
And they restructure Michael Thomas's deal. I think it's a 1 year, $10 million for Michael Thomas. Kind of on some prove it type stuff. Because I mean,
He was the highest paid receiver at one point,
yeah.
wasn't he?
Yeah, he just
At
ain't
that
been
deal.
healthy.
Yeah.
So you gotta, hey man, we need to.
Beginning of last year, he was
restructure
healthy.
this. Yeah, yeah.
I picked him up on my fantasy. He was doing great, and all of a
Then
sudden,
the wheels fell off. I think I had him in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
wheels
Wheels fell off, bro.
Come on.
Holy crap! But
I got to go to the waiver wire and find me
yeah,
another
yeah.
receiver.
What is going on here? Yeah, let me scroll down. How many he gonna get this week?
I gotta get him.
Stick him on in there.
That's what it was.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, man. New York Giants, man. Of course, we just talked about Darren Waller for a third rounder. I think is pretty big. They re-signed Daniel Jones, of course, to the 4-year, $164, same contract Dak got, and Sterling Shepard gets re-signed as well. Matt
There's a
Breida,
lot of restructuring contracts going on.
a lot.
Dak did his. It's like 3 players on the Cowboys that did theirs, and they did that with Michael Gallup's too, because he just signed his deal last year.
Yes.
So they're restructuring a lot of contracts. I don't know what they're doing it for.
Right.
It's. I mean, is it for the draft, or y'all trying to go
Right.
get
Just
a
flat
good
freeing up.
free agent somewhere?
Right.
But it's a lot of restructuring going on.
Sure.
A lot of a lot of these dudes
NBA
say,
would allow restructure.
Man, wouldn't that be something? Oh God! If the what? Man, if the NBA allowed restructuring, man, 90% of the deals will get restructured right now today.
Yeah.
90% of them in the entire league. Man, what? Yeah, man. Let me let's get back to the table, dog. Because this ain't it.
Yeah, Ben Simmons,
This ain't
God.
it.
Ben.
And
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No, Ben, you gonna sign this?
Ben, you
gonna
got-
you
man,
gonna
look.
restructure this deal? You're restructuring.
Immediately. We will not take this from you, sir.
Yes,
Sheesh.
Ben.
Ben Simmons, Lord have mercy, man. The New York Jets, man, signed Alan Lazard to a 4-year, $44 million deal in hopes that Aaron Rodgers is on the way, because that's one of the guys that Aaron Rodgers supposedly has this list of people that he would like to have if he decides to come. Now, the Jets are a really good young team, bro, on both sides of the football. They had the offensive and defensive rookie of the year this past season. I personally don't think they need they need the quarterback. I personally don't believe they terribly need anything else. They can make improvements in certain spots, but do they absolutely need Aaron Rodgers? No, you just need a serviceable quarterback.
You need, like you said, a serviceable quarterback.
Yes,
because I don't think
that's
they
where I
really
thought Jimmy was going.
Yeah,
to begin with,
I don't
that's
think.
where
I don't think because they re-signed Mike White, but the other kid, Zach Wilson.
What do you say,
I
man?
mean, and Mike White, you really can't just throw the keys to him.
No.
Matter of fact, he probably moved up in the depth chart. Zach.
Yeah.
You're 3.
Yeah, go on down, Zach. Because Zach talked a whole lot of mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, any veteran that comes in, I'm going to give him hell. All right, Zach.
He might get cut.
You might not even be
He
there.
might get cut.
He might. He just might.
All right, Zach.
Yeah.
Right on, big dog. Yeah. Cut it out.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
Right in training camp when you out there
Yeah.
making your
Might not
throws.
even be on the team.
What is he called?
The Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper.
The coach would like to bring you,
Zach.
and bring your iPad.
Bring your iPad and your playbook. He's like, what?
Bring your iPad.
Bring
Are
that
you kidding
Surface
me?
with you.
No.
I was just
Pick up your Microsoft Surface.
No.
completing hella passes on air just now, and you finna cut me?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring your iPad.
Yeah.
Coach would like to see you. That is the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, the Grim Reaper, man. It is
Yeah.
terrible. It is something terrible, man. Oh, God. And they end up getting Solomon Thomas, our guy, out of Stanford. Oh, I wish he was so much better. He just didn't pan out. He just
Where did he
didn't
play
pan
last
out.
year? Was he with the Raiders?
He was with the Raiders at one point.
I think that was 2 years ago. I'm not
that
sure.
might have been 2 years ago.
I
I'm not
remember
sure
him
where
last
he.
year, though,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't.
Solly.
Solomon Thomas, man. Oh gosh, we drafted him before a whole lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
and that just. What was John Lynch? What were we thinking?
I liked him. I thought it was a good draft pick, but it
It
wasn't.
just. Oh God, man.
I wasn't
just-
mad at it at the time.
But we just
God,
in
man.
love with the Pac-12 though. Like we are crazy in love, like Beyonce with the Pac-12.
That's probably the only conference that they really watch because it's on the West
They don't-
Coast.
they don't
But
scout nobody
still,
else.
though, like
They're at the games.
come on, dog. And I mean, Palo Alto is literally right next.
You you have the Midwest, you have the
Like,
South.
you got
you
other
have the
places,
East.
big dog. Like it's other
You're
football
you're just
players.
concentrating on this part right here.
Like just Cali, huh? Just the left coast. That's it. All
Okay.
right, man. Whatevs.
Okay.
It is what it is, brother.
I mean, they did go get Debo.
Yeah.
Mississippi.
Oh yeah.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. He's South Carolina.
South
He's South
Carolina,
Carolina boy.
yeah.
And when they did, it's funny because South Carolina stunk. They were not a good football team at the
Yeah.
time. And I may have watched maybe 4 or 5 games where they played on television or on the SEC network, and Debo stood out. He was clearly their best football player. I'm like, whoever get this dude, it's going down. And lo and behold, I jumped out my shoes when we drafted him, bro. That was big. That was big. Philadelphia Eagles signed Rashad Penny. He's injury plagued. He hasn't really been healthy his entire career. They signed Marcus Mariota. They re-signed Jason Kelsey, which is pretty big. Re-signed Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox and Darius Slay. Because Darius Slay was gone.
They did re-sign Slay?
Yes. Darius Slay was gone.
Oh. Yeah, I
Like
didn't
he was
think
out.
there.
And they was like, we just playing. And gave him new money.
Probably because they lost so many other people. They're
Yeah,
like,
like,
wait a
hold
minute.
on. We was just playing, dog.
We
We
went
mean
from the
right
Super
your-
Bowl to maybe not making the playoffs.
Yeah, let's come on back, big dog. I think they gave him new money too. I think it was like a 4-year, $40 million deal. And I think he got 23 at the signing. So
Every team in that
It's a good look.
division got better, and they did not.
yeah, that's not a good look at all, man. Yeah, Darius Slay re-signed. It was a 3-year deal, for $42 million. Yep. So got to bring Slay back. Got to bring Slay back.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh did pretty well, man, getting Pat Pete, a vet, somebody that can, that commands respect in the locker room and still got some game.
Mm-hmm.
He can still play. So it's going to be real interesting to see him. My 49ers, man. Javon Hargrave.
Mm-hmm.
Gigantic pickup, bro. Now, of
Almost-
course, we had to pay him. I think we
Yeah.
gave him 4 years. I think it was 4 years,
Give him that money.
$84 million.
Almost wet my pants on that Sunday.
Man, that was crucial. Yeah, 4-year, $84 million deal. I said, Lord, whoa, we shoring up that D-line, man. That's huge right there, man.
Easily
So,
the best D-line in the
Yeah,
league.
man, look,
That's not even a
right
question.
now as we speak, no
That's not a
question.
question.
No question. Currently, as we speak, he's the best interior D lineman in the league. That dude gets after it, bro. So I'm definitely excited for that.
Better than
I don't at this point. Right, I'm talking about right now. Right. Yeah, you saw that man last year, and he was hurt. And I think he's the best football player in the league. But last year, this is a what have you done for me lately league, brother.
wow.
Yeah.
He's falling off.
Yeah.
God dang.
This is a what have you done for me lately league, and he ain't done nothing for me lately. That was bad. I mean, no fault of you. It's not your fault that you get hurt. It's not your fault. But it happened. And there's no bigger Aaron Donald fan than me. None. But kind of is what it is. You can't like be that bad and expect to still be, you know what I mean?
Kicked off his throne like that?
Yeah, man. You got
Get outta here, Aaron.
If he come back
Come on up, Hargrave.
stronger, I'll be more than willing to give it back to him. More than willing. Again, I had this dude as the best football player in the league, not D lineman, football player. Right now, no. As we speak on March 18th, 2023, the answer is no. It could be different in September. But right now, nah, G. And no one loves him more than me. No. That's simple, man.
How do you lose?
Hey.
How do you lose? Just, I
Hey,
mean,
man.
wow.
Yeah, bro.
The sports world is, boy,
Hey, man.
it's a cold game out here, boy.
Look, what have you done for me lately?
It's a cold game.
And I didn't realize we signed Cleveland Farrell. I didn't even realize that, bro. That just went. I don't even think they talked about it. But I like Cleveland Farrell, man. He came out of Clemson. There's a lot of Raider fans didn't like him, though. He made some plays for y'all, man. He did. May not have been super duper spectacular, but he made some plays for y'all, man. There was some times y'all stood up and clapped for that man. So I like Cleveland Farrell, man. Seattle gets
Wait, we also signed the third quarterback.
I wasn't gonna talk about that, man.
Do talk.
Who's he play? I mean, listen.
God,
For a
bro.
third-
I wasn't gonna talk about
That's a
that.
good third,
Go ahead,
bro.
man. Go ahead.
That's a
Is
Sam
it?
Darnold. That's a good third.
Yeah.
What system has he played on? Some horrible systems.
Yeah.
Now he's with a good one. So if we have to go 3 deep,
Okay.
we have a good third.
Sweet. Cool story, bro. Not interested. I'm not. I pray we don't have to get to him.
Hey,
That's all I'm gonna say about it. I pray we don't have to get to him. Now, prayer might not be answered because we had to get to the third one this past season. It was brutal. I just pray we don't have to get to him. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. I really don't want to talk about Seattle, but they did pretty good. Draymond Jones, D lineman comes over from Denver. You get Jerron Reed comes over from Green Bay. They get Evan Brown from the Lions and Julian Love from the Giants, and they also re-signed Geno Smith and Drew Lock. They did pretty well, but they will succumb. We're not fooling with the birds, man. We're not fooling with them. Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield. How you feel about that? How you feel about that, Bill? And they're saying he's the number one guy.
Oh, okay.
As if they not gonna try to bring in nobody else to include Lamar Jackson, which I think sucks. Why would you not be looking at Lamar Jackson right now? If you
That's another thing, man.
Why would you not?
That
That's
is just
nuts to
becoming
me.
disappointing
That's
that this
nuts
man
to
is
me.
not
Yeah.
signed with someone.
Well, just 2 days ago was the first time he could actually start negotiating. So I think us in media and just sports fans in general kind of jumped the gun on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, by making ourselves upset for no reason that he
For
hadn't
no
been signed.
reason.
We jumped the gun, bro. Cats jumped the gun for sure. But people were talking like he was gonna be out the league. I'm like, y'all, relax, man. The dude is gonna get money. He's gonna get signed.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody needs him. I guarantee you.
That's what I say.
Several teams need him. Relax, man. I mean, that collusion, that just gets tossed around. I really don't think people know what collusion really means, man. I don't. I don't think people actually know what the word means. Please look up collusion and tell me what it means, and you will no longer say it in relation to Lamar Jackson or anybody else. If you knew what the word meant. Please, y'all. I don't know who created that, but they all bad.
Sound like a bunch of these young women using misogynistic.
Yes. Yes. That's what it sounds like.
Okay, what does it mean?
What does it mean?
Well, I know he's misogynistic. That's all I know. Oh, okay.
Stop it. Please. Nobody's colluding, bro. He's gonna get picked up.
Yeah.
Wait till the draft. Gee whiz, guys.
Hey, he's too talented.
He's far too talented to not be on a. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Anyway, man.
And quit trying to force an agent on him.
Yes, don't. Please don't do that.
Stop.
He's been doing it this long, and his talent has showed. His mama doing a decent job. Come on now. Come on, man.
Cats don't see the big picture in this.
I don't. And for one, I'm not gonna force him. I'm not a fun forcer,
Let me
brother.
ask you a question.
Not a fun forcer.
If you had a son,
Mm-hmm.
and he was one of the best football players
Mm-hmm.
in the country,
Mhm.
noted as a top 3 pick,
Mhm.
don't you think you could negotiate for him
Oh,
yourself?
You can do anything you want. Y'all done seen him already. He's spoken for himself already.
The projections are that he's top 3. I don't need to hire
need to do
nobody.
I really don't. I don't.
Then he gets to the league, balls out his first 2-3 years in the league.
Yeah,
Now he's
the
looking
entire
to get re-upped.
contract.
Now he's looking to re-up and get a second contract. Do you need to hire another one? No. Because at his position, there's the market right there for you to see.
Yep.
My son did this, comparable
I don't have
to the top player in his position.
Yep.
We at least want that.
Yeah. Yep.
What kind of negotiation do you need for that?
I don't think there's really much to speak of.
I'm just saying,
I
man.
don't think it's much to speak
The market is there.
Yep.
$133 million guaranteed. That's a little short.
Yeah, it's a bit short.
It's a bit short.
It's a bit short. I'm thinking, well, Kyler Murray got, what was his guarantee? Because he got 200 and
I think his was 180 or something guaranteed.
I think it was like 180.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Murray's done nothing in the league. I don't think he's going to get more than Kyler Murray. Stop it, man. Please. Please, guys. Just, please. Please. Just, I need y'all to do 2 things. First, look up the word collusion. Second of all, stop worrying about whether Lamar Jackson is going to be playing in this league or not. Because he's one of the best football players on planet Earth. It's not going anywhere.
Because you do have some teams out there that's playing this role like they're solid. We're solidified at our quarterback position. No, you're not.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're not. I honestly think once this Aaron Rodgers thing is done and over with,
not only
we'll
that
see
one,
Lamar.
not only that one, but Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever theirs
yeah.
come to.
Folks are
okay,
waiting.
now
Folks are waiting on that. I mean, it wouldn't behoove them to wait because Lamar Jackson has done far more than Justin Herbert has. We're not here to debate that. So if y'all want to wait and see what the Chargers give them, go right ahead. Today's price is not yesterday's price.
And I'll go this far. Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow deserve their money.
Yes.
So does Lamar.
Wouldn't even debate. Get your money. Everybody. And lastly, man, we got the Commanders, man. Jacoby Brissett, I think, was a big pickup for them. And they re-signed Daron Payne, one of the best D tackles in the league. They get David Mayo and Danny Johnson to shore up that O-line, man. So,
man, we can go down the list
Tyler Larson
in the
as
NFL
Yeah.
of teams who are, somebody posted it on the page the other day. The quarterback position on a lot of teams are drying up in free agency. No, they're not. There's 32 teams, bro.
People, man, I swear, bro. Y'all just...
There's 32 teams. Every quarterback room is not solidified.
No.
Not all of them.
No.
I'll go out on a limb and say that, but I don't think all of them aren't solidified.
Dude.
I don't think Miami's solidified with Tua.
They are not. They are not.
Tampa Bay is not solidified.
Don't be surprised if Houston makes a move.
Houston is not solidified.
They don't have anything. Don't be surprised.
I
I think they got some money. I got to look at the cap space with these squads, but I think Houston got a little money because they went ham in free agency.
Yeah.
I think they might have a little money. Don't be surprised.
Yeah. So
If he goes there.
I mean, like you said, I think he's waiting for a lot of it is dependent upon the dominoes that's going to come down with all these other quarterbacks that's
Absolutely
going to get signed.
Yep. Agreed.
What Aaron Rodgers is going to do.
Yeah.
So, sit back and wait.
Yeah.
Like you
relax.
said, and I've said the same thing. Dude, he's going to get his money.
Don't get his bread, man. Y'all chill out, man. Stop jumping the gun.
Yeah.
NBA, man. Last 15 games here. The race is tight. Still in the Western Conference. It's a little more open in the East. Still, spots. Still some jockeying for position there. The Denver Nuggets are not playing good basketball here lately, and they just lost to the Knicks today.
Yeah.
In New York.
But their positioning is set.
Yeah, they're pretty much set. But
that's what I was saying about the Lakers. I said, dude, they did this to themselves.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But not playing well to position yourself in that top 8.
Yeah, it's gonna be on you. It's gonna be on you. Come play in time.
And now you put yourself under this
suffering.
pressure. You got to win all these games in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
You're putting too much pressure.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
I mean, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
And you're not going to win every game because guess what?
No, you're not.
It's the NBA.
Yeah. And it's fantastic.
Yeah.
For a reason, man. Look, man, we appreciate everybody for chiming in to Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk, man. Shout out Dre Bailey. Shout out Sherm the Worm, man. I got Bill Blockham Logan in the building as always, man.
Who you got tonight? Usman Edwards. I got Usman.
Give me Usman. It's the
Who you got,
trilogy,
Kwan?
right? It's the trilogy, right? It's their
Who you
third
got,
fight,
Kwan?
right?
I got Kamaru.
It's their third fight, right?
Yeah.
It's third time they done fought.
Third one.
Yeah, give me Usman.
That's coming out in a minute because it's in London.
Ah.
I did not pay for tonight's pay-per-view.
Oh boy. Because
I'll be pulling up my tablet in a minute and going on 720pstreams.me.
Oh, it's live now, brother.
Yeah, it's live.
Is it?
It's live. Went on live
no,
an hour ago.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
the main card went live at 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh wow. Gee whiz.
It's early
And they
UFC
like
night.
they like 7 hours ahead of us.
Something like that. I'm not sure.
Yes, it is damn near midnight over there. Look, man, we appreciate y'all chiming in, man. To Let the Ball Bounce, man. Another dope episode, man. We appreciate everybody for chiming in, man. Quan 5 we appreciate you always on the boards, man. And look, man, if you're scared, you better go
Get
to
in
church.
New Jerusalem somewhere.
Rest in peace, Merv.